saw it for themselves.
My question is, did he give you any receipt that confirms you that you brought this cell phone for repair from this particular day?
Uthi umbuzo wami ingaba wafumana ngesiko okanye isilipu esibonisa ukuba wawusise i-cellphone uba ayizolungiswa. No.
So what happened to this phone that you have been compensated for regarding yours, the one that you now say you have acquired?
Ngoku kwenzeka ntoni ngale cellphone eyena akunike yona kuleya eyakho yayitshonile? Kuba ke ndingumntu olayishayo uyintombazana owasezasitrongo, so ngokuthe ithuba xa lisiya satshintshana sayitsheyinjana ngefowuni sayitsheyinjana ngefowuni kwaye ibhosi yam ikhona xa si-exchangeana ngefowuni ngoba i-akhripishe imali engange-5-6 endanditransferela yona ngokhabide.
So, because I work in the taxi business dealership, I drive customers to their destinations. So it happened that in the course of my work, I was romantically involved with somebody from Zastron, and she then liked the cell phone that I had at that particular time. And so we then decided to exchange cell phones, and she then requested me to on top of the cell phone that I should top it up with the 560 rands, which then I transferred the money via the bank in Capitec, and my boss was present when the exchange took place.
What did you do with the cell phone that you received from your girlfriend from us?
Ngokwenzelwa ngale cellphone ifumene kwisisinanda ifowuni ndayisebenzisa but kodwa day ndandizawuseBloemfontein unkosikazi wam kwakune-email owakumele ezisendela uba ii-email zantoni owayezazisenda ndamshiyela yona washiyeka esenda yashiyeka njalo.
So I used the cell phone for some time. Then there was a time wherein my wife was supposed to have received or sent an email or emails, and so I left the cell phone that I had exchanged with, and I left it with my wife.
That the cell phone that was recovered from your wife?
You're the cell phone which was
the one that you're talking about now, the one that your girlfriend gave to you.
Well, she's not my girlfriend. We just happened to get her wrong. Yes, cell phone is recovered from my wife.
Now, subsequent to the recovery of this cell phone from your wife, right, in Stexford, you were coming en route back to Bloemfontein with the police officers, correct?
The answer is spontaneous, and the reply is in the positive yes.
And yet, you did not inform the police officers when you passed us to say, by the way, I've got another cell phone that I was using that I gave to my friend, my tutor. Correct?
When you rely on the police, can't get some but hey, she said, in a cell phone, and I need a trouble one.
Mna amapolisa ngendlela endapha ngakhona emva kwasebusuku kunetha amapolisa kundithatha kundisusa apha eParkland andibuze ifowuni azithathile ifowuni ezindlini bandibuza ifowuni ebendiyisebenzisa ngongongo ifowuni zonke ndizisebenzisayo manditsho njani abakhange bathi ifowuni obuzisebenzisa kudala okanye bandibuze ifowuni bathe ifowuni ozisebenzisayo.
So what happened is that on that particular night, according to what I read from the police, it was at night and it was raining, And what the police inquired for me regarding cell phones was that they wanted cell phones that I was recently using, and there were 2 cell phones with me. And they didn't ask anything about cell phones that I used before.
Mr. Joseph, that is not correct. According to your earlier evidence, they asked you on your arrest that they want all the cell phones that you ever used.
Akunjalo, Machaka'S. Ngoba ngale mini yesetho sokubanjwa bakuzile amapolisa ngazo zonke ii-cell phones okuzisebenzisa.
Mhlekazi wami, amapolisa xa wefika kuwo anifumana neefowuni ezimbini ngokuthile. Athi kuwo, yeyiphi enye ifowuni oyisebenzisayo ngaphandle kwezi zimbini? Kulapho ndibaxele ndathi ifowuni endiyisebenzisayo yifowuni esezastrong, yifowuni esesiteke. Ifowuni yasezastrong bayifumene ngomso elinye i-CID xa lisiza kum lisithi lindibheka kahle lisithi mfondini sifuna ifowuni eso naso naso, awukaze wafaka ifowuni isim card yakho kwifowuni eso naso naso. Ndathi mna by that time bendinxibe ijakethi ndathi kweli CID ikhona ifowuni kuba bendimcacisele olu hlobo ngendinixelele ndathi ifowuni iphi ifowuni bayifumene ngenxa yam.
When the police inquired, they inquired about the cell phones and they asked, is that all the cell phones that I am using? I had 2 cell phones with me at the time. And then they asked, are these the only cell phones that I'm using? I told them that except for these cell phones, there's 1 cell phone that I am using, which was intact. The cell phone that was in Zastro was made mention of the following day when there was a certain CID who had approached me and politely spoke with me. And that is when then I voluntarily told this CID regarding the cell phone that was in Zastro. And I further even told, I was wearing a green jacket at the blue rather not green, a blue jacket at that particular time. Wherein then I told this CID that if I had been approached in the same manner that he or she had approached me, I would have then understood or well, rather been able to give a full explanation.
Ngoba amapolisa xa wenibamba estation awandixelelanga bani banjibamba into eyandivisa kabuhlungu.
And what also didn't sit well with me was that when I was at the police station, the police who had arrested me or made an arrest or me, which did not explain to me the reason why I was being arrested.
Andifune ifowuni qha bandibizile ifowuni xa ndifika ePark Road ndibona phepha le-rights xa kubhalwa kidnapping and murder. Kulapho ndendamangala khona kwenzeka ntoni, kwenzeka yonke loo nto yefowuni. I-CID kune-CID ndingalidescribe lo-CID enelathetha nami ekuseni kakuhle lathi sifuna awukaze Nhlanhla, khumbula uba awukaze between 1 December until 16 awukaze wafaka isim card yakho yelithwe nge-ID yakho kwifowuni eso naso wade wayigugula e-CID wandibonisa ipicture. Ndathi yes, I remember. If benindixelele kanje izolo ngendinixelele.
And also, Your Worship, the police who had dealt with me were only concerned about the cell phone at a particular time. And I was only shocked to see that I was actually being arrested for kidnapping and murder. And there's a certain CID who had approached me. I can describe this CID or this particular police official, who then spoke with me, Your Worship, politely and asked from me that Nhlanhla, just recall well, between the 1st and the 16th of December, is there no cell phone that you had perhaps used using a SIM card which was rather registered in your name? And then I recalled and said, yes, I do recall, and also that CID described to me a cell phone of a certain name. And I confirmed by saying, yes, now I do.
Was the one described the signature ebengiyinxibile wathi le phone ilolu hlobo and inje wabendibonise ipicture yayo kwi-iPhone yakhe that uCID usebenzisa i-iPhone.
And also, Your Worship, this investigating officer, or CID, also Googled at this point. He was using an iPhone, which he used, and also the worship went through his phones in Google, and that's when he drew a picture depicting the sex.
And you were informed that this cell phone, which was recovered from your friend in Zastron, which you have also confirmed was you gave it to her, belongs to the deceased in this matter.
bandixelele ngelanga langomso same CID awundixelele uba sifunana nefowuni esonaso umntana osonaso wazimela wafuthi wandibonisa ipicture.
That happened on the following day when this CID had approached me, depicting on his iPhone a picture of a phone and also informing me that this phone belongs to a certain lady who was murdered.
What was your reaction after you found out that this cell phone recovered from your friend, given by yourself to her, belongs to the deceased?
Ngokuke wena wathi ke awusele usibhala cellphone wachintana naye nabamhlobo wakho lo wakho sesasibona lo cellphone iyi cellphone kambi
Ayikhange ngiphathe kahle loo nto leyo imvise kabuhlungu kakhulu ngokuba ndendakhompletha even more namapolisa
didn't see
even more xa suke ezastrong ndabaxelela ndathi ifowuni ndinganibonisa into endiyithenge kuyo ndabadescribele imoto bandibukha out esizebeni baya nam.
didn't sit well with me, and also it hurt, and also which it then prompted me to even give further cooperation with the police. Coming from Zastron, I even explained to them I can even take them to the person that I had acquired the cell phone from, and even the car or rather the motor vehicle that was used by this person.
Bakugqiba ndaya nabo amapolisa afika phaa eCentral Park apho ndithenge khona ifowuni. Xa wefika kwathiwa laa mntu ebusuku ngoku njengokuba bendiseCrossplay ufika umfana uthawutha ndasi athi Nhlanhla ndakubona ubanjwa yinto esonaso. Amapolisa uyakwazi uba afikele kulo mntu abuza yena engoko aware amapolisa uba abuza lo mntu yena mntu wathi yena uye ebusuku kodwa amapolisa abuza the same person lamfunayo.
I just request the witness to repeat himself. I'm trying just to control him and he's leading me forward. So I don't want to be like omitting everything that he's saying.
So will you please allow the interpreter enough time to interpret? Try and break up your sentences maybe in shorter sentences so that he can interpret everything for us properly.
Amapolisa aye phakulokuthi
Masithathe siye kulaa ndawo yokuba kwathatha amapolisa abasisele.
amapolisa ndibuka umofisi ephakulokuthi yaseCentral Park andihlalise emotweni ndabadescribela lo mntu.
So I was booked out to worship at from Park police station, and then I went with the police to Central Park, where then I remained in the motor vehicle, and I pointed out or described the person to the police.
Ndakugqiba wangafumani elinye i-CID leza nenamba ezibhaliwe ezalo mntu
So,
bhalwe igama lakhe.
so one of the CIDs then came back with a cell phone number, which was written on a paper belonging to the said person.
Kusithiwa lo mntu uye ebusuku.
And it was mentioned or it was said that he had went to Lesotho.
Xa ndifika eCrossplay wakhona umntu undivela kabuhlungu udla ngokunzise ukumthawuthela abantu. Xa ke fika kum uthi Nhlanhla amapolisa afikele kuye lo.
So when I was in Crossplay, there was a certain person in worship who felt sorry for me and who is also acquainted to me by way of him or her getting customers from me whenever I needed customers. And he approached me, he approached me and informed me that the police approached this person, or the person.
ngakugqiba ithesisindisa wena amapolisa amabini lo muntu obanjiwe bekurufeni onixelele uba amapolisa wayekhona xa wayefika esithi sicela umuntu osono ugama umuntu osono so yena laa mntu wathi uthi uyelisuthu kodwa kwalemu.
So whilst I was busy listening to what I was being told by the person that I met at Port Lake, there were then two police officials who had then arrived at Port Lake and requested for me. And then I told him about the interaction that I had with this person who was at Port Lake. And then this person then was called over and then he then explained that the said person was in Lesotho and as now I was the one who was being pointed.
Lo muntu bekezawuphuma ngebheyili ngolesine wade wacela amapolisa uba xa kephuma uzawancediswa amfumane lo muntu.
So the person who had given me the information was going to be released on Thursday on bail, and he was prepared, or rather said that he was prepared to assist the police in this regard.
Naye lo muntu uwaxelela amapolisa bendikhona namapolisa imata ekhona uwaxelela amapolisa uba lo muntu ngeqela ufika ngo-10 emsebenzini atshayise late ngo-5 ngoku ufika ngo-2 akasaphangeli nangemoto yakhe ufika alungisa ifowuni ezimbini abaleka apho.
So the person you worship who divulged the information to in the presence of the prison officials there and also the police and myself, he informed them that this person, the person that I acquired the cell phone from, used to get at work, or rather report for work at 10 and would leave at 5, but his schedule changed now, and he would come at 2 and then run or disappear.
Ngomgqibelo uba ehleli naye lo muntu xa amapolisa ezomfuna wathi yena hayi mama ubanibani uye ebusuku uhambile uzabuya after i-1.
So on the 29th, my co-accused person did also confirm that indeed the police arrived there. He was with the person, and when then the police were looking for him, and he said they were looking for a so and so, and then it was said that that so and so had left and went to Lesotho. That is all.
Okay, Mr. Joseph, I will ask you questions with regard to what you just told.
That is so.
And then you also spoke about someone who saw you being arrested on that particular day. And also so that the police went to the grave. Understanding is that you were present at the time when the police
andibabonanga kodwa mna bendikhona kune-fish and chips khawugqitha le-police station kune-police station elapha ngasethabule xa bagqitha le-police station amapolisa bewemise i-pijot i-15 seater enikhafile uba elinye ipolisa laze lathi masimehliseni kwenzela uba lo mntu azomdescribe kwathatha uba izikhiya zenikhafu abaziphethanga.
I was present, but I didn't see them because I was inside of a 15-seater Pedro and I was handcuffed. And one of the police officials had said that I should be taken out or made to alight so that I can identify the person. But at that particular time, seemingly the keys were misplaced, which was handcuffs. Rather, they had left the keys of the handcuffs at back.
And the purpose of the police to go and take you there where you said you found the cell phone, it was for you to identify the person who gave you the cell phone, correct?
Kunjalo bamapolisa xa bakuthatha bekubuyisa kulaa ndawo cell phone apho ifumene khona lisesokubana wena ukhona okanye babonise lo mntu owathuma ngeselfoni.
Njalo
Correct.
And yet they are not allowing you to be in a position to go to point out the person who gave you the cell phone. How strange.
Kodwa emangazana uba abakuvumeli uba wehlike kubabonise okanye umkhombe.
yile nto nami endimangazayo elinye i-CID laze lathi mabafihle i-handcuffs ezezam ngejezi qha baxa bayifumaneki nje laze lathi ndicela bandithengele imaski ukwenzela uba aba bantu bangazunga-identify.
It is also what surprised me. And one of the CIDs of the police said that the handcuffs that I was tied up with should be hidden or concealed by way of using a jersey. But unfortunately, there was no jersey at their disposal. So I then suggested to them that a mask should be used in order for these people to not identify or see me.
Kulapho i-CID elinye elelahamba layocela i-phone number zikalomuntu bandibuza igama lakhe ndabaxelela igama lakhe nyhani bafikile i-CID ifikile pha wafumaniseka uba ukho lo mntu lwayazi ingakho laa mntu isithi bafikele kuye wathi yena uselusuthu.
And then one of the CIDs then went to go and request for his contact numbers. And indeed, seemingly this person was a known person. And indeed, the CID went, and that is when then it was said that indeed this person, the police arrived to Yoshebetini, and then it was said that he had went to Lesotho.
Mr. Josie, I would just want to put it to you that I note that you have an anticipatory questions with what I'm asking you, in the sense that when you explained what happened on the day in question when you went to the court, you never mentioned the issue of the balaclava or even the mask. You never even issued the issue of you using a jersey. You only now raising that when I'm taking you on the possibility of you not telling the truth as to why you were taking it.
Yazi impendula phela ukuba wena ezimpendulo zakho uziphendulayo okanye nendlela uphendula ngayo indlela idingathi uyilindele okanye ulindelele imibuzo ebuzwayo kuba uyabona ukuba umshuthisi uzama ukubonisa ukuba unganyayisekanga ngaphambili. Le nto uba uthethe ngeemask uthethe nangejezi yinto uyilindele kakade uba uzayibuza.
Sekazwama kukho njalo.
That is not so.
Where was the vehicle of this person that you got the cell phone from when you went there to look for it?
Labe nisiya phayana niyomkhangela imoto yakhe lo mntu yayiphi.
Kuba ke parking abantu bazitshintsha evunaweni kulaa parking mna laa mini ndandiyothenga ifowuni eyayibekuyo kwi-fish sibingeni.
Because people tend to use parking lots a lot, we should then change them. But on the day when I had went to acquire the cell phone, he had parked his motor vehicle by the relationships, but it was not there on the day that we had met.
Now, Mr. Josie, I would put it to you that you have failed to discharge the honors that is on you to show this honorable court that there are exceptional circumstances that warrant your release from being in this matter in the following circumstances.
Ndiyakuhlalela ke izizathu ezizawulandela uba uyisekile uba ukholiswe le mpunzi uba kuyavumeleka uba futhi kuyafaneleka wena uba ukhululwe ngebhili nezizathu wena eziphisile ngazo.
First aspect is that there is a likelihood that you will actually evade your trial in this case.
Isizathu sami sokuqala sithi likhona ithuba lokubana wena ungalibaleka lelityala.
In that there is no specific address that you have given to this honorable court as to where you are permanently residing. You provided with 3 addresses.
Ngenxa yokubana ke woyisekile uba uchazelekile ukuba kanye kanye yeyiphi i-address kwezi zintathu uhlala kuye ixesha elininzi. May I respond?
Yes.
Ewe, pendula.
Iloya yami ine-charge sheet. Charge sheet, bail information, address yami ikhona ebuletini. Le i-charge sheet into yami nayo ne-address endiyibizile eJozana School. I-marketing andiyazi uba i-investigating officer utheni ba e-marketing kuba ndandiye nayo i-marketing. Ndihlala eJozana School kwi-bank information obingatshekwe ekhompyutheni kwiikheyisi zam eziphending ndibhalise eJozana School. Nantsiya i-charge sheet kwi-lawyer yam.
My lawyer has the copy of the charge sheet, wherein the charge sheet depicts the physical address of Jozana School, which also is contained on the computer on my bail information. I do not know why did the investigating officer or officers write the marketing address, but I, Your Worship, gave the Jozana School address, even on my pending cases. That address also is the address that I provided.
And the second aspect is that you have shown that you have a propensity of committing a Schedule 1 offense. As you standing right there, you've got about 2 pending cases against you.
Ngumuntu futhi onesiqhele sokwenza ulwaphulomthetho wakhe. Ucaca nangalendlela lokubana kube ne-cases ezimbili ezisashekile umva ezisaxoxwayo.
Of which one involves violence.
Enye yazo ke ifakela apho ukusetyenziswa kwama-violence. May I respond?
Yes.
First case ezimbili pending case angafunyanwa guilty. These pending cases,
these 2 cases, Your Worship, that are pending against me, are just that, they are pending cases, and I haven't been found guilty.
You have been charged with those cases.
Or umangalelo because the case was charged.
Now, the other aspect is that the state has a very
Strong.
Central Bank.
I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no. But the only thing that is linking me to the murder that was committed against the state is the cell phone that I bought or acquired at Central. I cell phone at Central.
Amapolisa iwathalela ntoni ikho ndicinga uba ufiko ubalekani laa nto endithenge kuyifuna phakathi akho.
Does not know him. There is something that he is running away from. He knows.
In juxtaposition of what you just mentioned, that there's no evidence that would lead to frustration. And that is confirmed by the fact that you just said now, you bought the cell phone in Central Bank, not in exchange of the cell phone you took there.
No.
I wish to object at this stage. It was his testimony in chief that he had given the seller of the phone his original phone to fix, and that he went there a few times to obtain this phone again, and then this phone could not be provided back to him, and then he bought a more expensive phone, and that it seems that he got discount for this new phone that he bought. So it's incorrect if my learned friend from the state says this was never put or this was never testified.
I think the question that he's phrasing is that now again at the end of the cross-examination by the state, he then used the phrasing that he bought the phone instead of where he initially explained the difference. So I think if Mr. Clotty, you can just rephrase the question to make it more fairly to the witness, that he maybe understands the difference.
I appreciate it.
As we were explaining earlier on in how we got to be in this position of the cell, you remember your explanation?
Uyayikhumbula incazelo yakho Tisho?
Khumbula kakuhle
I remember it.
And on numerous occasions, you used the word bought the cell phone. Even the person who volunteered the information spoke about you buying the cell phone.
Ematyelini amaninzi umane uphindaphinda ingxelo yakho uba uyithengile le cellphone nalo mntu uwabonayo uba ubone uba uyithengile le cellphone. May I respond?
Yes.
sikazi wam into xa ukhuphela imali ifana nokuyithenga ifana nokusa imoto yakho endala egaraji ukhupha imali ukuze ufumane imoto entsha into
Obtaining a certain thing It is one and the same thing as buying it. Even when you will be taking your old car to the institution and you are asked to pay a certain fee, it is the same as buying.
And furthermore, they have not informed this honorable court whether you paid any money for your phone to be fixed by this particular person.
Futhi akukho umuntu obekileyo kwampa ubhadale imali ethile malunga nokubana i-cellphone yakho ilungiswa ngulafuwa uyisebenzisa.
So that you can get a receipt to confirm indeed on this particular day you got this cell phone for repairs, you paid so much. Here's the proof that you have paid this amount.
Ukuze kube nobunini nokubonisa ukuba nyhani wawuse-cellphone ukuthi ilungiswe ngokubana ifune malini
To corroborate your version.
ukuze izotshatelana nobungqina bakho.
Mhlekazi wami,
My honorable sir,
ifowuni ndiyisile phaa iyolungisiswa iskrini.
I took my cell phone there for repairs to be done on the screen.
Ndathi ndikulapho ndisayilanda mayigqiba kulungisiswa iskrini.
And I told the guy that I would fetch my cell phone once he fixes the screen.
Aba bantu abaya namapolisa anawo ubungqina. Ngabantu abafana no-my friend abaziphandelayo abasezitafuleni abathengiselwa ifowuni ngabantu nabo.
Those people, even the police can confirm that those people are like these foreign internationals who are running businesses, and they are people who are acquiring cell phones from other people.
Nangoku amapolisa bamini bendiye namapolisa ba amapolisa esetsha ba amapolisa ndava elinye i-CID sithi amapolisa sepagroup ngawo lasetshayo ayevandalize land house itafile abanazilipo ngabantu baselisuthi most yabo abantu abathengisa ifowuni.
And when I went, or rather when I was taken by the police, there were already police officials from Parkland who were searching there, and they had vandalized the stores there. And it was said that those people who were running the stores are Lesotho nationals.
This is a new version now of what happened with that.
Uyabona into lena ngolento esivayo ngawo eyento yenzikelana.
Ezinye izinto mhlekazi wami ngiyazikhumbula xa ukungibuza imibuzo.
Because
Stressing andikho right manje ngibe ngayazi.
it's because I'm stressed or under stress, and I'm recalling the happenings of that day as we are proceeding. And also because
Advance to the honorable court that you failed to discharge your duty to show that exceptional circumstances exist for the warrant for the release of the commission of this offense.
esinye futhi isizathu esenza ukuba ngichazele ukubana wayisekile njegazi okanye awufanele.
Kulungile ndiyabavisisa uba baqondile ngento endingayenzanga kodwa ndinekhaya esesiteki uba ikhoti ingandikhumbula ndingathutha impahla zam ndiziyele esiteki ndise ngedeyile yekhoti. Ndibuhlungu ukuba nje into engayazi abantwana bam bezosafarisha ngento endingayaziyo. Ndide ndabuza amapolisa ndiwacela uba ndicela ndindixelele uba le nto yenzeke ngeziphi date so that ndizondi-explainele uba bendiyiphi ezo date ezo.
I understand, Your Worship, how the community's feelings towards this offense. But I, myself, did not commit this. And I am hurting Your Worship because I am arrested for something that I did not commit. And also, Your Worship, I do not want to stay in custody whilst my children are suffering, Your Worship, out there. And I told the investigating officer that I did not commit to this, Your Worship. And also, if I were to be released, Your Worship, I can take my belongings and go to Strack Street and attend the court attend court each and every time on each and every date that I am supposed to appear.
As a result of the seriousness of this offense, I will further argue that your possible release will be will jeopardize the public confidence in the administration of justice in light of the seriousness of this offense and also the strength of the state.
Ngenxa yamandla awalenye wechasene nawo wobubi ubunzima bayo wengaphulumthetho.
Just before you answer, this is now the numerous time that a cell phone has gone off in this court. Will everybody please turn off your cell phones And please stop disturbing the proceedings.
Se le kgetlo la o qetela le mo le go tla le kgannela ka cell phone ke makgetlo cell phone e tse utlwaga wa go tswa ke le go tla go mang le mang ya na le cell phone ai kwale ka ba ile.
Thank you. You can proceed.
Your possible release will result in the public confidence jeopardized on the administration of justice.
Futhi uba le nkundla yokukhulula ngebhili okanye ukukhulula into ezawukwenza ukubana abantu basekuhlaleni balahlekelwe lithemba eluhanjiswa kokulungisa kule liqa.
Inyani leyo kodwa nami ndithi kwelami icala mhlinyani vele istate sizabe simfeyile kwelami icala because abantwana bami bazosafarisha ngento engayenzanga ne-community izayazi inyani ngemini andiyenzanga leyo isono sam phambi kwale nkundla kuthenga ifowuni qha kodwa ifamily yami izosafarisha usukela namhlanje nabantwana bami bazosafarisha.
That is true, Your Worship, that indeed the community will lose confidence, Your Worship, in the justice system. But still, also, on my side, Your Worship, it is not fair. I mean, it would not be fair also for my children, Your Worship, who are going to be suffering for me to be kept in custody. Even the community would one day find the truth out, and also I would be filled by the state should the truth come out also, or rather when the truth comes out, showing that I did not commit this offense, Your Worship. I even inquired from the CIDs themselves, Your Worship, as to explain to me when did this offense take place, so that I can also tell them where was I exactly on that particular day.
Umzekelo wesibambi with the case omnye ukhutshiwe kuba bekene-proof yokuba bekebanjiwe nge-10 umntana abantu umntana abantu ekidnetshwe yobulawa kwenze kuba nam ndikwazi ukuphuma u-accuse number 2 uphumile ngenxa yokuba ukwazi ukuprovide i-proof ecourt uba bekebanjiwe.
Initially, Your Worship, there were 2 of us in the case, and accused number 2's case was withdrawn against him because of proof that was provided to show where he was on the 30th, and that also depicts the date of the 6th, Your Worship. And also, I also want the same to happen with me because I was not involved, Your Worship, when the offense took place, when the poor child was kidnapped and murdered.
Now, just one question with regard to the issue of the cell phone. What did you tell this friend of yours? Where did you get the cell phone and give it to her in Joshua?
Ngifuna ukuqonda ke ngokuzibana lo mhlobo wakho owatshintshana naye ngefoni usezasithuka ingaba wamxelela ukuba wena wawuyifumana le cellphone.
Ndikuxelela uye ndithe ifowuni ndiyithathe kwisista yam because bengingafuni ukuvela wiki nam ndingathi ndithenge iifowuni zasestrateni aye ndiyithathe kwisista yam ifowuni kuyo uba unyanisekile fanele uba uphendule lo mbuzo.
I told this friend of mine that I got this cell phone from my sister because I did not want to appear weak and that I am acquiring stolen things, because if he or she would be honest enough, he would also have asked me.
So why didn't you become honest with her as to where you obtained this cell phone? Because it's someone that you are friends and you are exchanging cell phones.
Kutheni wawunganyaniseki kuye njengoba ingumhlobo wakho and ngitshintshana ngesifo?
Ezinye izinto xa zisenzeka emhlabeni bendingacinganga uba ndingathi ndibe sengxakini ne-cellphone intombazane endingazinako wayo, intombazane endingayazi andide ndimkhombe nabazali bakhe angeke ndibakhombe, bendingazi uba ngenye imini ndizazifumana kule situation endingayazi.
I mean, there are things that happen usually in this life, and I really did not anticipate that I would end up coming to court because of a cell phone of a girl or a lady that I don't even know.
Khona ngoku amapolisa bewethe u-accuse number 2 ufake i-sim card zakhe kulaa fowuni, kodwa nam uphumile namhlanje kule court. Amapolisa eza kum esithi mhlawumbi u-accuse number 2 ufake i-sim card zakhe kule fowuni. Ndala mna bathi imoto yakhe professional yiyo ehambileyo lahla isidubu eberhman, kodwa namhlanje uphumile ebeneproof yokuba useconflict iphi icourt ithini le nto ebhalwe i-CID uba ngaba i-professional yiyo ebeyolahla isiduko okanye laa mfana isim card zakho wayezifaka kulaa fowuni ndalana nabaphikisi ndathi lo mntu akazinto umntu owazinto ndim ngefowuni qha.
And even with accused number 2, Your Worship, the police of the CIDs who had approached me said that he, accused number 2, had inserted his SIM cards in the cell phone. And I denied and disputed that, telling them that it was not true. I am the one who knew the Worship about the cell phone. And even they told me that the motor vehicle that was driven by accused number 2, being the motor vehicle being a professional, was the motor vehicle that had Worship dropped off the deceased body at Bethlehem. But now it is strange to me that even though that had came to light, where is he now?
Amapolisa ndawabuza na ndathi kuba ndiqashwe ngumntu onemoto ezininzi, sometimes ngiqhuba le imoto, sometimes ndiqhube le but zezomntu oyi-1. Ndawabuza uba yeyiphi le, ucela nindixelele yeyiphi le moto i-identifayiwe ukhabo lo mntana iyothatha lo mntana or intoni. Bahlulekile ukundixelela loo nto leyo, bandixelela ukuba ndibone ku-CCTV footage le ndicelayo le court.
And I also inquired from the police as to do they have evidence of this motor vehicle that had picked the lady up, because I am working for a person who has various motor vehicles, and they informed me that this motor vehicle that I was driving was captured on CCTV footage, and then I requested this CCTV footage so that I could see exactly which or what made this motor vehicle was picked in.
Mna kwela micala amazwi wam okugqibela ndithi kule court kulungile noba kwenzeka iphini, kodwa inyani ngenye imini izawufika abantwana bam angeke ndiphinde berayithi bazawusafarisha, kodwa kulungile yonke loo nto ndiyibekele ezandleni ezikathile. Ndicinga uba ngamazwi wam okugqibela la.
My last words to this honorable court will be, Your Worship, it is well with whatever outcome would suffice to come out of this matter, but one day the truth will come out, and I leave it all to the hands of God.
Right. I understand, Mr. Joseph, you just given us a lot of explanation, but what has drawn an attention for me is the fact that you just said earlier on, you are being arrested regarding a cell phone which you gave to a girl unknown to you. You can't even know, you don't even know the address. You remember when you were telling the court?
We are moving on cousin. Which court was I telling regarding that?
You see, Mr. Joseph, you've been narrating a very long story. Now I'm going to take you back to what you said when I asked you regarding what did you tell the girl, your friend, where did you get the phone? You remember that?
Yes.
And now earlier on when you were explaining, you tell this court that you are arrested because of a cell phone that you gave to a girl whom you don't even know where she stays. You can't even point the address where she stays. You remember telling that?
The same girl asiwendile esastroll exelelwa ndibuye amapolisa engayifumananga la fowuni because bona bayi-identifye ifake isim card yakho.
May I correct you, sir? I was the one who took the police. I mean, how would they have been able to recover the cell phone if it was not through me? I was the one who took them there at Zastron, and they...
This is something new now, but that's what I was asking you, that when you were explaining, you did say that you were arrested because of a cell phone that you bought from someone that you gave to a girl whom you don't even know the address of. Where do you think I'm getting that from? Because you explained that to this phone.
Mhlekazi wami andizukwazi ukuphendula into ongalibuzanga yona. Into yesim card bendingeke ndiyithethe kuba ukhange undibuze yona into yesim card. Amapolisa andifumene kanjani? Ndicela ukuxelela le court uba amapolisa andifumene kanjani.
Sir, I would not answer something that you didn't ask me about. Regarding the SIM card, I was arrested by the police through the SIM card.
Now, Mr. Josie, you seem to be confusing me because when I asked you with the regard of the SIM card that you spoke of, you chose not to answer.
Mhlekazi wami wena undibuze nge-sim card efowuni efumaneke kunkosikazi yakho.
You asked me about a SIM card that was of a phone that was rather a SIM card, and you asked me about the make of the cell phone that was found with my wife. And I recall when I replied by saying, may I not answer your question.
So now you want to tell this honorable court as to how you are linked to the commission of
Ngicela ubacelela mhlekazi wami.
I request to tell them.
Kwenzeka uba noba ndihlele eCroftflay i-community nele court ibisazi uba why ndihlele eCroftflay.
So that the community and this court may know even the reason why I would be in court.
and you are willing to testify
Kwiindaba ze-case ngokwakhe.
despite the fact that you've been warned and it's your constitutional right not to divulge any matter that goes to the merits of this matter.
Namanxa uphiwe isilumkiso sale mfundo uba uqaphele uba ungangeni nzulu kwiindaba eze-case ezinokwenza uba kube sengciphekweni.
Ndicela ukuyixelela le court uba kwenzekeni. Uba kwenzeka ntoni igama ngento endingayenzanga it's fine. Ndicela ukuyixelela i-court uba amapolisa alifumene njani. Ifowuni ayifumene njani kum.
I request to tell this court what happened. May I tell the court how the cell phone, rather how the police found the cell phone? I do not mind what happened.
Kuba ifowuni uba beyine-track ngeke ayifumenanga kum because ifowuni besendibikisene ngayo. Ngeke amapolisa azilandele ezasitolo kodwa wazilandelanga ifowuni ezasitolo asiwendile. Into endisurprisayo leyo.
Because the cell phone itself didn't have a tracker. Because had it had a tracker, the police would have been able to track it by themselves and recover it by themselves, and which was not the case. I was the one who took them there.
Ndicela ukuxelela i-court uba ne-community uba ngaba kwenzeke ntoni amapolisa alifumene njani.
I would like to tell the court and as well as the community as to what happened and how did the police arrest me.
Ndilayishile ndisuke e-Stake Spring around 8 o'clock kune-Stake Spring.
It was around 8 o'clock when I had just loaded at Stack Street.
Ndisiye eBloemfontein
I was destined for Bloemfontein.
nge-28 zikaDisemba.
It was on the 28th of December.
Xa ndigqithe eVepenar ndifowunelwa ngusisi othetha isiXhosa njengam.
When I was driving past Vepenar, I received a call from a lady who was conversing with Sikosa just like me.
Usisi uyandifowunela uthi ndicela i-transport eya e-Stake Spring siba yi-4.
She requested transport from me and that they were 4 in number.
Ndababuza uba ndizalifumana ndawoni eBloemfontein.
And I asked from her, where in Bloemfontein will I find them?
Bathi ndizabafumana estation.
Then they told me that I would find them at the station.
Xa ndigqithe eDivestop aphinde afowune usisi womXhosa.
When I was driving past the best stop, the Xhosa lady or the lady that was conversing with me, Xhosa, called again.
Athi kumbuthi uhamba phi? Ndithi kuye, do you mind uba ndikufunele enye transport because uyandingxamisa. Ndiza kureferela kwibhosi yam. Ibhosi yam iphaya e-One Square izandihlangabeza ngalo ithathe yami load mna ndithathe nina bese ndibuyele esiteke.
I then replied, how far was I? And then I replied by saying to her, does she mind if I would maybe refer her to somebody else? And I then conversed with my employer, or rather my boss, saying that he should just go and collect them on my behalf. Then I would then go and meet with him, or rather meet with him halfway at Central Park, where we would exchange books.
Athi usisi mhlawumbi I don't mind kuba ndiyazi uba ndingumntu orayithi kwi-custom. So abanye abantu abafuna uqabela abanye abantu bafuna kakuhle kakuhle.
So the lady said that she doesn't mind because I have good relations with customers, and so most customers would prefer me over other drivers.
Ndifike eBloemfontein ndibheke ii-customers zam ndiye kwesi station.
I then arrive in Bloemfontein. I then leave my occupants and will drive towards the station.
Xa ndifike estation ndimfowunele lo sisi ndithi kuye sisi umendawo
Aye.
lapha esitishini.
Upon arrival at the station, I then called the lady and inquired regarding her whereabouts.
Oh, bendisashiyeke nomuntu oyi-1 emuntwini kusho ukuba ndikudilive xa kuba ndingene ku-N8 so yena uya kwezi teksi ezilapha ngase-KFC ndishiyeke lusisi oyi-1.
So at that particular time, I still had one occupant. So I drove through via N8 and that passenger was
apho ngase-KFC after Peter Smart.
So this passenger was going to alight at KFC by the Builder Smart.
Ndakugqiba ifike athi lo sisi uhamba ngemoto enjani imdescribele.
So the lady wanted to know what kind or the make of motor vehicle that I was driving. I then described it.
Normally abantu abahambayo ndidla ngokubabona ngebhegi xa ndiyolanda umuntu nasi ibhegi.
Normally, my customers or passengers, normally when I would see them, they would be carrying bags.
Ndimfowunele usisi athi kum jonga indoda yam inxibe isikipa esibhulu eseNike. Lapho ndibe confused ndiyaqalaza. Xa ndiqalaza andiboni ndiyambona umuntu onxibe isikipa esibhulu but umbuzo wam wewathi aba bantu bathe bayi-4 andiboni izibhedi ndibona umntu ongubhuti eyedwa.
So when I was speaking to the lady, she said that I should look, or rather I should check and see if I can see her husband looking for the person who was wearing a blue Nike t-shirt. Although when I was looking around, I saw a person who was wearing